Back out on the Western Pizza Guest Hotline. Perfect night for a little Western za. Maybe you don't want a wheel. Maybe you want the lasagna or Caesar salad, Greek salad, souvlaki ribs, all that good stuff. Visit your local Western Pizza. Blake Martiniuk joining us from the Moosomin Steelhawks, the newest team in the Prairie Junior Hockey League. Blake, thanks so much for making some time today.
Yeah, no problem. Appreciate you having me.
So how does this all come about that Moosomin is the next franchise in the Prairie Junior Hockey League?
Well, I mean, for starters, we couldn't believe that Moosomin is the largest community in Saskatchewan. I should say second largest. We know Meadow Lake currently doesn't have junior hockey either, but in terms of the South, the league was short one team in the South, so that's kind of how things came to be.
So then is it you and some buddies maybe at the Red Lion one night and you guys are talking it over and maybe we should get a junior hockey team, or like, and how long ago do the discussions start?
It's funny. Definitely buddies, family helping me out as well. But this has been in the works for over a year for sure. Looking at kind of the right community, and we did our digging for sure. And Moosomin is absolutely a hockey town. Their minor programs are always strong, male and female. As I'm sure you would know, the Big Six Rangers, they're always a pretty competitive team as well. Not just in the Big Six, but provincially. Mm-hmm. It felt like just the right fit.
What are you guys looking at as far as a budget to run a Junior B or a Prairie Junior Hockey League franchise these days?
I feel like it's at least at 125. I don't have my book with me, but it's about that 125,000 for sure. We're fortunate that there's a lot of community support, so it certainly helps with things. But yeah, somewhere around there. We know some are a little higher than that. Some could be lower, but for us in our geographical situation, that's the number we're coming up with. And
then the area and the town, obviously, it goes without saying, probably a lot of people really excited, wanting to help out.
Oh yeah, it's been overwhelming, I think would be the term, in a very positive way, of course. From helping out with the hockey operations to just serving on like a volunteer type board. The support has been. It's been overwhelming in a positive way, though.
Where does the name Steelhawks originate from? Give us the background there. I love the logo also. It has something to do with a railroad, I was told.
Yeah, thank you so much. And, my wife, her sister actually designed it. And, can't thank her enough. She did a great job. But oddly enough, my dad and I, we were traveling, and we were at the Best Western in Moosomin there. And, you're checking in. There's some pamphlets kind of sitting there. And, he did some research with that as well as online, and said, it seems like the town was kind of created, for the railway, and that's kind of how we landed on the name there.
Very cool story. Would there be a lot of kids in the Moosomin area right now that are maybe making the jump to the junior ages, and if they would have to move away, obviously, before the Steelhawks come to town, or they would play senior? Are there a lot of kids in that area in that age group?
Yeah, definitely. And like we've kind of said, there obviously there will be local players. Don't get us wrong. There's a lot of talent, obviously, right in Moosomin, as well as the surrounding communities as well. But I think everybody that we talk to definitely understands where we're coming from when we say that, as much as there are good players in the community, I think we're going to have to, branch out elsewhere in terms of being competitive on a league scale. But yeah, there will absolutely be, we hope there'll be Moosomin players as well as players in the surrounding communities, as well as some imports, out of province, possibly out of country, and even out of the continent. So,
yeah. All right. Who would be the, I guess, no-brainer when it comes to instant rival? Is there one?
Well, it's funny because I feel like rivalries are kind of created over time. You start battling each other, and one thing leads to another, and that's how rivalries can be created. It's not always the closest geographical team to you, but if we were just looking at it from that perspective, I would say Fort Knox. I believe they would be the closest team to us.
Yeah, Fort Knox. That would make sense, I guess. But who knows? It could get dusty with a few other teams as well.
Oh, for sure.
There's a lot of traveling in this league now, right? Because the North and the South, they do interlock.
Yes. I mean, on that topic, well, I guess to start with the interlocking schedule there, it's one of those things that you play a home and home against all of the North teams, or the North teams, they play a home and home against us. But yeah, like we say, we'll have to go up there. I believe it's a total of twice. First roadie could look like Carrot River, PA, and the new team in Martinsville there. And then the next roadie could quite literally be all three games right in Saskatoon against the three Saskatoon teams. So, yeah, we're fortunate that we only have to go and do that twice. The rest is kind of interdivision, and then they come play us. But, yeah, in terms of attracting other players, not saying we won't get kids from the PA Saskatoon area because, obviously you never know. But we believe that the fact that Brandon, about an hour and a half east of us, and we would be the closest Tier 3 option to them, and that is a hockey hotbed in itself in Brandon, Manitoba. We definitely see quite a few players coming from across the border that way.
Right on. All right, Blake. Yeah. Well, we're gonna be keeping tabs on things here. I think it's exciting. Anytime you see more hockey teams, coming to fruition, and what you guys are doing in Moosomin, excellent job, and all the best. And like I said, we'll have to touch base again closer to the season.
Yeah, 100%. And again, really appreciate you having me out here today, and appreciate you keeping an eye on us. And we're really excited too, but the work has just begun,
That is Blake Martiniuk of the Moosomin Steelhawks. They're going to be an expansion team in the Prairie Junior Hockey League next season. Always great to see more hockey teams. Doesn't matter the league. It's great. And we cover local here. That's what we do in the Sports Cage. If you're watching the stream at sportscage.com or on 620 CKRM.